I welcome every one of you once again to this YouTube channel, Christian Apologetics Network. It's a great privilege to be here with you and to share more insight and more in-depth message of Christ to all of you. And today we'll be looking at the privilege of Prophet Mohammed in the Quran. You see, Prophet Muhammad is the greatest of all prophets according to Quran and according to Allah and according to Islam sources. He is the greatest and the last of all the prophets. And as Allah said, as Allah wills, He made Prophet Muhammad to have some privileges that other Muslims and other prophets do not have. So we'll be taking a look at these privileges, and then you as a Muslim or you as a Christian that you are thinking that Islam is kind of better than Christianity or is the best, or you are thinking of converting to Islam. This video, or you are a Muslim and then you are just a Muslim by mouth, you did not even investigate your own religion. This video is for you. You need to sit down and watch. It is not about condemning a religion that Islam is false or Islam is fake. It's just about bringing the truth out. You just need to say the truth, no matter how it seems. So this is just the truth. Actually, in this video, I actually went to the website. I translated it through Google Translation, and I saw that they've made some addition. They've edited the al-Qurtubi text free on this Quran Surah 33 verse ayah 50. That is, Surah means chapter, Surah means book, and ayah means verse. So when we say Surah, and you know what we mean. So the Saudi Arabian government I think they've edited it. So, but we need to hear this whole in-depth message from the source itself. That is from Christian Prince, who happens to be an Arabian. So Arabic is his own mother language, his own mother tongue. So he knows how to interpret it best. So he can give a better interpretation of what he says. So Christian Prince does not need the Google translator to translate the tafsir of al-Qurtubi. So let's just dive into the video, and let's watch it to the very end. Then I'll come back and give my own final thought and comment on this.
And I will find an authentic website, not like a website maybe made by some people. All right. This is the chapter of Al-Ahzab. I will put it for you on the screen. And
okay.
I want you to read with me carefully, please. This is, I think you know the website very well. Quran KSU.edu SA, Saudi Arabia. I think you are familiar with the website, right?
Yeah, I know this website. It's the most trusted one when you want to look for tafsir.
That's wonderful. Okay. And this is Tafsir al-Qurtubi. Let us go down, and as long as you speak Arabic, that's really wonderful. You will find this. The privilege of the Prophet. They are counting the privilege of the Prophet. The number one is the best of the booty. Does it say that, or I'm lying? Safiyul Maghna.
Yeah.
Okay, the best of the booty. Number two, al-istibdadu bi khums al-khums aw al-khums. He will have all inclusive. The fifth of the booty. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Then they continue, and then they say al-rabi' az-ziyada ala arba'a niswa, to increase more than 4 wives, correct? Al-khamis an-nikahu bi lafdh al-hiba, which means he do not need to get married. A woman, she said, take me, she's his.
Okay.
Number 6, to have sex with the women without the permission of her parents.
Yeah, nikah bi ghayri wali.
Thank you. This is a privilege only for Muhammad. It's all about sex. Then number 7, an-nikahu bi ghayri sidaq, without paying. He do sleep with women without paying them. Number 8, he can have sex even when he's around the Kaaba. Number 9, he can't take an oath, and his oath in the front of his wives, and he is not going to be like it's okay for him to take a false oath for his wives. Number 10, and I want you please to translate, was العاشر إذا وقع بصره على امرأة وجب على زوجها طلاقها وحل له نكاحها. Translate please.
Yeah, if he puts his eyes on a woman, her husband has to divorce her, and he can marry her, to take her. Okay, look. What is the authenticity?
My friend, this is your books. I mean, you're asking me.
Yeah, I know.
This is Ibn al-Arabi. This is not the Christian Prince. This is not me and you. This is not Ibn Kathir. We are talking about big names. So, and listen. Did your prophet, he did practice that? This is about what? This is about the Zayd and Zainab. His eyes fall into Zainab, and he forced him to divorce her. This is what the guy is saying. He liked Zainab. The guy, he came to him, okay, take her father. Zayd is the adopted son of Muhammad. So look at this. You said to me, what is the benefit? Okay, what he is doing this. He take the first, the fifth of every attack, which means if the Muslims attack a Christian village or a Jewish village, the fifth,
yeah, he takes the fifth of the booty. Yeah,
thank you. Not only that, the best of the booty. Not only he will take the top. Safiyu al-Maghanim. You know what Safiyu al-Maghanim mean, right? The best. Like the biggest TV, the biggest car, right? So what are you telling me? Obviously, he's a gang leader. And now, not only that, I mean, why a prophet of God? He see, with my respect to your family, Mr. Muhammad, I'm not trying to insult, or let us say me, so you don't be offended. Let us say I'm a Muslim and I'm married, and my wife, she walked in the front of the prophet, and then the prophet, he saw my wife, and now I have to divorce her so he can sleep with her. Be honest with me, is that right to do?
Yeah, that's... like me, personally, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. But what guarantees you that that might happen? You know, because at the end, if you look at it, he's a prophet.
What the prophet? Okay, see here we go.
So God has to keep him away from, you know, maybe getting seduced by other people or stuff like this.
He's seduced already. Look at this. A woman walk by, he want to have her. I mean, the guy is already married. He have 13 wives, and he have many sex slaves. So why he want to have a married woman? It's not enough what you have? He's not like a single guy. He cannot find a woman to marry him. And how in the world a woman, she is married, she have a husband? Just because your eyes fall into her, you force the husband to divorce her so he can have her immediately. إذا وقع بصره على امرأة وجب. You know what wajaba mean, right? It's a must. It's a must for a husband to divorce her. If somebody tried to do that to you, with my respect to your family, are you going to let him do that to you?
To be honest, no.
Okay. So how you accept Muhammad doing that to you, to you know, whatever people? This is first not just. Secondly, Muhammad, he proved that he have no ethic. Number 3, Muhammad, obviously, he have a benefit, money and sex from this religion. He's not serving God, he's serving himself. He made verses. Look what Aisha, she said. Do you know what Aisha, she said to him when he made those verses? She said, إِنِّي أَرَى رَبُّكَ يُسَارِعُ إِلَى هَوَاكَ يَا مُحَمَّدٍ.
Yeah, يُسَارِعُ فِي هَوَاكَ. I see your God is doing whatever he can to please you.
All right. So why Allah is Allah serving Muhammad sexual desire? Why? What does this have to do with God?
Like you can tell, you know, she felt jealous.
Okay, no problem. But my friend, is it right that there's God? The guy, he have already many wives. He have many sex slaves. He receive many women as gift, even from rulers. Additional to the women, he kidnapped them from their husbands. So what this is about? Aisha, she is said clearly. Now she trying to put an excuse. Why she did that? I felt jealous. But the fact, she did not feel jealous. She noticed that his God, this guy, he wished to have this woman. Here we go, a verse come. This guy, he want to have a verse come, which means Muhammad, he subjugated God to his sexual desire.
Okay, guys, let us just have a one-on-one conversation. You see, one of the things that is being taught in Islam is this: anything you are being taught or anything you are being told in Islam, as far as the Quran is concerned, the Hadith, the Surahs are concerned, you are not to ask questions. You are just to obey, no questions. If you say, if you think I'm lying, then you need to visit your Quran and your Hadith very well. Then it seems as if you don't understand what your Quran and what Islam really says. You don't ask questions, because the moment you begin to ask questions in Islam, you the truth will begin to unfold to you. Someone like this said, an ex-Muslim that left Islam, he said, the person said, you do not need to defend the truth. You just need to set the truth free, and the truth will defend itself. Why did they actually said you should not ask questions? Because they know that the moment you begin to probe into this area, the secrets will begin to open up. Imagine, how can one who claims to be the last prophet, not just the last prophet, but the greatest of all the prophets, not just the greatest of all the prophets, but the best of humankind. That's what Allah said according to Mohamed. To Mohamed, that is the best of humankind, and that is the pattern for all Muslims to follow. How can Allah give him 16 exclusive privileges, and 16 of those privileges, about 90% of them are all related to sex, and the rest are related to money, acquiring and possession of material things? And you call yourself the greatest of all prophets. What example is it trying to lead down for other Muslims to follow? Even the most astonishing part of it all is you could see what Christian Prince said. He said that if the prophet should lay his eyes on any woman, it is a must. Wajab. Wajab means it is a must. In according to Arabic, wajaba. It is a must that the husband should divorce that his wife, so that the prophet can marry that lady and have sex with her. It is a must. He's going to take the best of her body. Now the question is this: he's going to take the best if they go on a caravan raid, or they went to a Jewish community or a Christian community, and then they raid the whole place, and then all the possession, all the booty that was gotten over there, the best is going to go to the prophet. Does that look like a prophet to you, or a gang leader? Even Moses, who led the children of Israel when they had to fight war, how many booty did Moses collect to himself? Are you getting what I'm saying? So you would when you begin to look at this thing, you would begin to ask yourself some penitent questions, because you are not going to be seeing any kind of attributes of a prophet of God in this man calling himself Muhammad. You are not going to see any. You're not going to see any. What? Imagine in these days, and then Muhammad just comes up and I said he's the greatest of prophets, and then he sees your wife, you as a Muslim, and then sees your wife, and then he says, and because the Allah says it's a privilege given to him, you as the husband, you must divorce your wife so that Muhammad can marry him, can marry her and have sex with her. The question is this: of what value does this places on Islam? How did all these privileges, how did this contribute and foster to development and growth of Islam? Have you ever asked yourself this question? None. No. What would Muhammad do with another woman's wife? What did he want to do with them? What value? Is there any progress? Will he bring any progress to Islam? None at all. It's all about himself. Anytime Muhammad wants something, that is when you see him receiving the revelation. Then once he receives the revelation, just because he wants to get that what he has, then he's going to use the name of Allah to get what he needed. Look at in this, Aisha is one of the favorite wives of Muhammad. Look at what he said in Sahih Bukhari, in Sahih Muslim. As a matter of fact, this is Sahih Hadith. He said, I felt jealous of the women who offered themselves to Allah Messenger, and said, then when Allah the Exalted and Glorious revealed this, you may defer any one of them you wish, and take to yourself any you wish. You see, when Surah 50 ayah 50, when Surah 33 ayah 50, dropped to Muhammad that any woman can give themselves to Muhammad as wives, and then there were a lot of women coming around giving themselves to Muhammad so that Muhammad could marry them and could have sex with them. So there were a lot of them. So and then the man could not satisfy all of them again. So he was like he felt so tired, and then that when you go in a long sexual pleasure, you feel exhausted. So when he saw that he could not control this again, then Allah brought another ayah that was Surah 53 ayah 50 Surah 33 ayah 53, that, oh Muhammad, you see, if any woman just come to you and give themselves up to you, it is now up to you. You can choose. This is what it says. You can see, say, then when Allah, the exalted and glorious, revealed this, you may defer any one of them you wish. This is in Surah 33 ayah 53. This was later revealed after ayah 50. Surah 33 ayah 50 was revealed. Then just so that Muhammad will not die before his time, so Allah have to reveal ayah 53 just to control the rate at which the women are coming to give themselves up to Muhammad to have sexual intercourse with them. Are you with me? So this was what, and then after this, look at what Aisha said, and if you desire any you have set aside, no sin is chargeable to you. Now look at what he said. Now Aisha now said, it seems to me, this was Aisha's Muhammad's wife, it seems to me that your Lord hastens to satisfy your desire. Hastens to satisfy desire. Nobody would know a man best more than his wife. If Aisha, the most lovable wives of all the prophets, could say that to me it seems as if Allah only exists to satisfy the desires of Muhammad. What does it mean? It means that Muhammad is that same God. He only created Allah. Come to think of it, nobody hears the word of Allah. Nobody receives the voice. Only Muhammad. He's the only one that sees the vision. He's the only one that receives the revelation. No other person does that. So it is whatever he tells them, that's what they believe, and that's what they accept. Who does that? Even during the time of Moses, God had to take out of the spirit of Moses and put it on other people so that they could see and do the same miracle that Moses does. Are you with me? So how can somebody just stand there and they say, come on, it's all a lie. It's all a lie. This actually proves that Muhammad is just a fake prophet and Allah is just a false God, because check up everything that Muhammad did from beginning to the end. Everything suit him. It is in his own interest. That's why I say that Islam favors men than women. If you want to be a promiscuous person, go to Islam, practice Islam. It favors you the most because you can marry up to 4 wives. And apart from the 4 wives, you can even have some aside, some other concubines that you can be doing. You can drink. It allows all those kind of stuffs. Why? Because that is what Muhammad really wanted. I believe that if Muhammad was a female, the same thing, Islam is going to favor the Muslims, the female, than the males. Are you getting what I'm saying? So this is just my own conclusion about all this, and it is not so. It does not take even a foolish man, a madman, to read this thing and to see all this and not to be able to categorically and emphatically declare and conclude that this religion is all a fake, because it only exists to suit Muhammad's sexual pleasure and his drive for material things. I hope you've learned 1 or 2 things pertaining to Islam, and for a Muslim, I believe some things that you don't know, you've now known them and your eyes have been opened. I pray that the Lord will give you more insight and more revelation in the name of Jesus. Until I come away next time, stay glued in the grace of God and in the grace of grace, in the God of grace. Bye bye.